Hi Pisces, welcome to February. Almost your season, not quite, but we're getting there. So you're kind of smushed in between a lot of stuff going on in the cosmos right now. February is going to be, we've been talking, and when I say we, I mean like readers and healers and astrologers. We've been talking about endings a lot. A lot of things are kind of coming to a culmination. And I really feel like that with you guys, especially since Chiron will be leaving Pisces in March. And that's kind of a big deal. It's kind of something that, Chiron being in Pisces and then moving into Aries and then going retrograde and coming back into your sign. It's like cleanup. It was like those final, it was doing the deep clean after the spring clean. And as you start to recognize all the things that you have kind of removed from your life, I don't want you to go to a place where you're kind of like beating, I don't really know if it's beating yourself up, but like overthinking, I don't want you to go to that place of overthinking because you have so much abundance coming to you. And part of you really wants to rush into it, but part of you is also recognizing that there are still some things that you might be clinging on to a little bit from the past, that you're like, I just don't feel like it's time to move on. I don't feel like I'm done with this cycle. I don't feel, you will, with this eclipse energy that we just had, this full lunar eclipse that we just had in Leo, that energy is going to help you push the rest of the stuff out of your life that you really need to. And it might be really uncomfortable because there's so much fire energy going on right now. Like I'm filming this on the 21st. And there's so much, like there's this huge fire trine that's happening with Venus and Mars and Jupiter. So like you are literally between everything going on in Sagittarius and Capricorn and Aquarius and Aries and Taurus, like all of these things, these shifts that are going on and these transits that are happening. And you're like living in your Neptunian world and you're like, okay, I'm ready for all of the abundance. And I want to, it's coming, and I've been saying that to you guys for a while. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming. So we have the 6 of Cups and we have the 10 of Pentacles and we have the Knight of Swords and we also have the Empress. So you could be dealing with a Libra energy or even a Gemini energy. The 10 of Pentacles and the 6 of Cups for me, kind of want to like backtrack a little bit, and I'm looking at the 10 of Pentacles in a different way because yes, it's all about abundance. It's all about having the things. It's about manifesting those desires. It's about the nice house and the car and the career and the family and like all of the stuff, right? But are you doing it at a soul level? Do you have that soulful relationship, the one that you can count on? I've been telling everybody, 2019 is about authenticity and about living your truth. And if there are things from the past that keep on reoccurring and you're not quite getting to that 10 of Pentacles that where you want to be, it's because your soul is trying to ascend first. And that's the methodical way that I want you to think of it. And I know that I'm getting into like the whole Virgo side of things, but you guys have a lot of Virgo qualities. We're just opposite of you. And we've talked about this before. And you want to be able to feel through all of it, but you guys are sharks at the same time. Like I would never say that a Pisces is a guppy. I mean, people are going to look at you and how creative and amazing and loving and like soft you can be as a person and be like, oh, we can easily take advantage of them. And that's just simply not true. You guys have so much heart, but you also have that bite that, this Knight of Swords, if you don't really watch yourself, you can potentially skip over getting the 10 of Pentacles because of whatever you're still allowing to block you from doing it. And the Ten of Pentacles doesn't mean that you're going to be rich. The Ten of Pentacles means comfortable, stability, family, environment, feeling at home within yourself first and foremost, and then sharing that with others. And with Mercury in Aquarius for the beginning of February, and then Mercury moving into your sign, there might be a tendency for you to want to like bite some heads off at the beginning of February, because it is too intense. And it is like, for the love of God, why do things keep on happening like this to me, like over and over and over again? I don't want you to break your own hearts. I don't want you to get to a point to where I'm going to hold on to this Six of Cups for myself, because the Empress is saying, you elevating yourself to a new level of existence and no longer allowing yourself to be small, like you're being the shark and not the guppy, right? And I'm not throwing shade at you guys, because again, I don't see you guys as small fish at all. I think you guys, I mean, I've never looked at my stepdad's a Pisces, and he's one of the hardest working men I've ever known. And yes, he can be really relaxed and really like chill, which I love that aspect of him. But man, when it's time to go, it's time to go. So don't let the past allow you to be small right now. And I feel like kind of holding yourself back from, like, you raising yourself to an Empress, and you can be an Empress even as a man. Yes, I know the Emperor represents the male version of the Empress, but you elevating yourself to a level of, you know what, I'm actually so much better than the way that you're treating me. And if you do have an air sign in your life that's treating you like that, it's time to change that. I also feel like, so we have the Death card and the Seven of Wands. If it's not an air sign and you're kind of in that air quality of kind of needing to tame your temper, if you will, put the shark teeth away. Don't take the bait. In fact, I almost want to call this video clickbait, because I feel like that might be, that might happen. Like somebody's going to like dangle something in front of you and be like, are you going to take it? Are you going to take it? And it might not be the best thing. So there could be a Scorpio that's doing that to you. And you need to create healthy boundaries. This could also mean that you're changing in ways where you're recognizing where you need to create healthy boundaries and where you need to allow yourselves to be big and not be small anymore by creating those healthy boundaries. Because I feel like there's still something from the past that's almost holding you back from getting to your Ten of Pentacles lifestyle, the kind that's comfortable for you, not the kind that society says you need to be, but the kind of Ten of Pentacles that feels good for you. Let's go ahead and clarify these and see what's going on. Six of Cups. Yeah, and the emotional aspect of the past is kind of a big deal right now. So I want you to recognize the things from the past that have previously held you back. The King of Cups on the Six of Cups. And again, this could be a female. That could be the Queen of Cups, King of Cups. General reading doesn't have to be a male that you're dealing with. Could be a Scorpio that you're dealing with also, because kings do represent fixed signs, and Scorpio is the fixed sign of the water, right? If there is another water sign coming back from your past, if there's an air sign coming back from your past, possibly a Gemini or a Libra, like I said before, you're recognizing the emotional aspect of it and recognizing where it could be very well blocking your manifestation of the Ten of Pentacles, like I said before. Because of all the things that are happening around you and maybe not directly to your particular sign, there's this breathing room that you'll have before Mercury moves into your sign on the 13th, 11th of February. I think it's the 11th of February. And then it's going to go in retrograde. So it'll actually be in your sign for a while. I think that's right. I'm going to double check really quick before I say that. Yes, it'll be, Mercury will be in retrograde, and then it'll go direct in your sign. So Mercury's going to be in your sign until April 17th. Okay. Thanks for your patience while I looked at that. You guys are really patient anyways. I don't even know why I need to thank you, but thank you for your patience. Allow yourself to, and Mercury in your sign is going to muddy the waters a little bit. And that's just because, you know, a lot of people talk about how Mercury isn't comfortable in Pisces. It's not going to be comfortable in retrograde in Pisces, but I feel this very big creative aspect there for you. The Magician represents Mercury. It's going to be a great time of manifestation. It's going to be a great time for you to get those creative juices flowing, but you don't want to block it. You don't want to either be dealing with a Gemini that's blocking you from it or rushing in too quickly to get something done. I often think that it's okay to do things and to start new projects during Mercury retrograde, but make sure that you're doing it in a methodical type way and not allowing yourself, be patient. Like I said, you guys can be extremely patient. You are mutable. So, and Mercury being a mutable planet, wow, I don't even know what just happened there. That was weird. It was like, I mean, the camera was still on, but it was like something clicked on my computer. Anyway, not allowing yourself to get overzealous, right? Because you want to manifest things and you want to do it in a way that will provide longevity, that's going to provide things for a very long time. We're coming into a whole new era where Chiron's moving into Aries, Uranus is moving into Taurus. You're not going to be stuck within this muddy nature of, oh my gosh, all of my wounds are being healed, and everything is going to want to push forward really, really fast. But at the same time, with Saturn still in Capricorn and Pluto still in Capricorn, there's still a lot of transformation and a lot of, hold on a second, we still need to figure out the plans that we need to make for our long term and not just think about the short term possibilities. So the Seven of Pentacles on the Knight of Swords is very clearly saying, plant your seeds and allow yourself to move forward and allow yourself to start manifesting all the things that you need to do, especially because when Mercury moves into your sign, you're going to feel all of this creative communication wanting to come out of you and all of the things that you want to really start going. When does it go in retrograde? I believe it is March 5th. So you have from like February 11th until the beginning of March, where you will have a lot of creative stuff coming up within you. Plant the seeds, allow things to organically follow through instead of like rushing in and trying to block your abundance. Because I feel like if you rush in too quickly right now, you might skip some steps and you could kind of regret it later on. And if these are things from like childhood that you really want to do, if these are things that are really feeding your soul, if these are things that you want to do with other people on a very soul level, because that's your family, that's your soul fam, I feel like they're going to be these people are going to be extremely beneficial, or those hobbies are going to be extremely beneficial to your abundance in the future. The Ten of Pentacles is long-term abundance, right? It's not about getting rich quick. It's not about getting everything right now. It's about planting the seeds and making the Ten of Pentacles happen in a methodical way, an analytical way. Let's see what the Empress says. And the Empress does talk about that those creative juices that you really want to apply to all of this. And I feel like this is so work related for you guys right now. Nine of Pentacles on the Empress. This is perfect because your autonomy and independence right now is so key. Yes, you want to be able to work with other people on a very soul level. You want to work with your soul fam. You want to get things going in a very creative way. But don't lose yourself in the process. I literally want to say, don't sell yourself to the devil. Don't sell your soul to the devil kind of thing. Like, you want to do it in very integral. You want to be integral. You want to have that culpability. You want to understand, because again, 2019 is begging for authenticity from everyone, not just from you guys, but from everyone. And with Neptune being in your sign, you want to take advantage of these next 6 years and before Neptune moves out of your sign, and getting all the things that you want and really like building that creative abundance that you've been waiting for. And you don't have much more to wait for. I mean, this is like such a good reading. Like, there are so many good things that are coming to you, but I know, and I'm winking at you because I know that Pisces and Virgos do the same thing, where they'll get really, really excited about something and it doesn't work out the way that they thought it was going to work out. And then they start to get kind of pessimistic. Now, Virgos would call it realist. They're being realist about things. They didn't like when I said that Virgos are pessimistic, but we all know the truth. And being a Virgo myself, I'm just being real. I'm being I'm using my own culpability right now. I'm being a realist that we can be pessimists. I don't want you to fall into the trap of, just because it's not working out exactly the way that you thought it was going to work out, that you fall back into being a pessimist or thinking that it's just not going to work out in the long run. Maybe that wasn't the road you were supposed to take. Maybe there was another way you're supposed to go. Maybe you're not supposed to work with that person. Maybe there's another person you're supposed to be with. Allow the changes to occur, is what I'm saying with the Death card. Allow yourself to have healthy boundaries and let the universe work with all of the magician qualities that you're using right now. And if you are working with a Virgo or a Gemini in this moment, I do feel like they have a very integral part to your long-term success. Now, the change in direction that you really want to go in right now, this is happening on a very soul level. And this may be why you're feeling really, really uncomfortable, because you want to be able to make the change, but you're not entirely sure why you're being asked to wait. And the only reason why that's happening is because, again, the universe is saying, with everything that's happening in the sky, the universe is saying, continue moving forward, but don't do it in such a way that you're skipping the steps, that you're missing things. And make sure you're letting go of the past, because if you want to have forward momentum and you want to have forward movement, you don't need old energies, whether they're people, places, things, thought processes, pick an element. All of those things that have constantly been holding you back time and time and time again, it's time to look past it. It's time to move forward. The transition is real. And because we've really moved out of the Scorpio era, if you will, and we're coming into this newfound independence, this newfound accountability towards ourselves, the future that you are holding, like literally that guy's holding a globe in his hand. The future that you're holding in your hand is all about you and your soul's growth. And it has absolutely nothing to do with how other people treated you, or what your life was like 5 years ago, or what your life was like last year, or what your life was like when you were a child. It has nothing to do with that anymore. Those are the lessons that you really need to transmute that energy and let it move through you, and learn from all of the lessons. And the way that you do that is you say, when it comes up within you, you're like, okay, I acknowledge what that feeling is. Yes, that was really painful for me to go through. Yes, that was a harsh lesson that I had to learn. I accept it. I appreciate it. I thank it, and I let it go. And those are the healthy boundaries that you create in life. And if that means that you have to remove, and it's not even like people leaving your life. It's actually the universe saying, you're welcome. I removed this person from your life because they were no longer serving your purpose. You learned the lesson. It's okay to let go, and it's okay to grieve. It's okay to grieve the process. It's okay to allow the transition to happen, because on the other side of it is something that you are manifesting that's huge and really big. And you want to be able to make the space to do that, and the only way to do that is the healthy boundaries. And you're almost there. As you create the healthy boundaries, it could be a little burdensome. A little with the 10 of Wands, a little, just a little. But you guys can do it. Again, you're sharks. And you are investing in your future, and that's a really big thing. So we have the Page of Wands, the 8 of Swords, 4 of Swords, Knight of Cups, Page of Swords, Hanged Man, Queen of Pentacles, King of Swords, King of Wands, Page of Cups. Okay, there's a lot of people involved here. And this is kind of what I mean. I feel like there's this tribe of people. Okay, let's start from over here. If there's a fire sign in your life, or just somebody who tends to say things to you and you immediately get stuck in your head about it, I want to say to remove yourself from that situation. Don't get stuck in an imprisonment of your own mind. That's what the 8 of Swords is. And I feel like they're messages. I feel like somebody is saying something to you, and maybe it's a pattern. Maybe they've said it to you before, or it's very similar conversation that you've had with somebody else before, and it's somebody new, but they keep saying something to you. Don't get yourself stuck in your head about it. I feel like this is one of the lessons that you're learning to transmute, to transcend from, to remove from your life. So the Four of Swords is asking you to take a step back, allow yourself to meditate on it. This is a very healing time. Rest is okay. It's okay to take a rest. If somebody I want to say what my mom used to say, if somebody gets your goat, which is always a silly saying to me, but it makes sense. If somebody's like picking on you, poking you, clickbait, right? It's clickbait. If somebody is constantly poking on you, I want to say to kind of take a step back. And I feel like it might be in relationships. I feel like there's this honesty factor that is happening right now within your relationships, where you're recognizing who's telling you the truth, who's offering you the truth, and who you can't really trust, because all they do is poke at you. Poke, 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 poke. And I don't want you to get caught up in the drama of it. And I don't see any drama happening. I actually feel like what happens here is they do the clickbait to you, and they start poking you. And it could be anybody. It could be an earth sign, an air sign, a fire sign, a water sign. All of the elements are here. Pick an element. Okay? Again, pick an element. I feel like when this person or these people come at you with this clickbait, it actually makes you very stuck. You know, and the Hanged Man represents Pisces. So actually putting yourself in a stuck position right now and resting, and because the Four of Swords and the Hanged Man are like the same thing for me. It's cutting ties with the idea of the way you think things are supposed to go and looking at them in a different way, right? The Hanged Man is enlightened. And he puts himself there on purpose in order to get a different view of the world and to become enlightened. And so you have a choice, right? I always tell people, this is the energy you're working with. This may not exactly be the same thing that's happening to you, but I'm going to give you options, okay? You have an option to get up in your head and get yourself stuck and not really know what to do, and then start feeling like, I'm not good enough. These people don't really care about me. I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing. I don't know who I can trust. You can do that. You can go that route. Or you can look at things in a different way and start moving forward, right? Because the Page of Cups over here is I'm not really good enough. I need more out of life. This isn't working for me. Yada, 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 etc., etc. Or you could be the Knight of Wands and go for your own Ace of Cups, go for your own Ace of Swords, start something new with the Page of Pentacles, start something new with the Three of Pentacles. And be careful about lying to yourself and others at this time, because if you start feeling really, really good about the path that you're going on, because you're like, you know what, I transcended you, watch me go, watch me walk. I didn't go under your, I didn't fall for your clickbait, right? The universe literally is saying right now, in order for you to get everything you want, be honest with yourself and be honest with everybody else. And when I say honest with yourself, I mean culpability at its best. There's a meme that I put on Instagram that said the only way, the best way to change in your life is to be aware of your own, the first rule of change in your life is to be aware of your own bullshit. The first step to change is to be aware of your own bullshit. And I believe that's step 1, 2, and 3. Culpability is always there. And the star, you could be dealing with an Aquarius that's kind of lying to you as well. But I feel like with the star here, this is the universe saying, as long as you stay in your integrity and as long as you know what your truth is and you don't let anybody else mess with you in a way where it's clickbait, you can potentially get everything you want. And you'll have so many options in front of you that you're going to feel really, really good about it. And you may even need to turn some away. Right? 7 of Cups, King of Pentacles, and the 4 of Cups. There's so many options that it could even get super confusing because of all the options that are being presented to you, that you now are kind of sitting on your throne like, I am stable, hear me roar. Because I feel like this King of Pentacles is more of your energy. I know it's Earth sign, but I feel like it's more of your energy where nobody can mess with the King of Pentacles. And you have so many options here that you're even going to have to turn some away. Don't let that get you stuck either. Okay? Don't let that get you stuck either. Also, if there is an Earth sign that is kind of like being a child in some way, you're trying to build something with this Earth sign and they're being a child, I feel like they're extremely confusing for you and they could potentially make you lose money and not gain money. So don't let others control your emotions. Do not allow is a really big word for 2019, do not allow other people to control your emotions or how you see or how you feel about everything in your life, okay? All right, Pisces, I love you guys. I hope you have a really wonderful February. Not a lot of announcements going on right now. I do have a couple of classes. There are a couple of spots left in the tarot class I'm doing on February 19th. You can check that out on my website. Also, if you want a personal reading, you can go on my website as well. That's really all I got right now, but I love you guys, and I will see you for, I will be finishing 2019 readings, hopefully by the end of January. Please be patient with me. This eclipse energy really did a number on me. I'm feeling like world's better now, but I'm so glad that portal was over in the beginning of January. Man, that was a tough one. But I will see you guys for your season. Bye.